Tonight, new details about Republican George Santos' double life. Santos, who has lied about everything from his education to his ancestry and so much more, now denying reports that he once performed as a drag queen in Brazil. CNN has not independently confirmed the images, which were shared by a Brazilian drag performer who identifies Santos as the other person in the photo. This is from a parade in 2008. Now, Santos is openly gay. He has voiced support for staunchly conservative policies, though, when it comes to the LGBT community. The new details adding to the ever-growing controversy surrounding Santos. Omar Jimenez is out front.
Congressman, do you have any comment on the ethics committee?
Here, among the members of Congress, he's known as George Santos. But in Brazil, a local performer claims Santos was Kitara Ravache and that he once performed as a drag queen, something the New York congressman strongly denies, tweeting, "The media continues to make outrageous claims about my life while I'm working to deliver results. I will not be distracted nor fazed by this." It appears to be just one of the names Santos has used over the years.
I've always known him as Anthony DeVolder. I've never known him as George Santos.
And that's his former roommate.
I don't understand. Did he go like one by one to everybody in his district and just literally pull the wool over their eyes? Like how?
But it's not just the name or alleged activities in his free time. It's the stories he tells, which appear to be just that, including one about 9/11.
I get emotional. My parents were both down there the day of the attacks, and fortunately, none of them passed.
My mom was a 9/11 survivor. She was in the South Tower, and she made it out.
His mom was actually in Brazil at the time, according to immigration records, and on a 2003 form, she said she hadn't been to the U.S. since 1999. Santos also claimed his grandparents survived the Holocaust and fled Europe to escape Jewish persecution. That's false, genealogy records show. During his campaign, he claimed he worked at Citigroup and Goldman Sachs, later admitting that wasn't true. While running for Congress on Long Island, he claimed he graduated from Baruch College and NYU. He now admits he didn't.
What's your reaction to members of your
Despite all of these lies, George Santos is now a freshman congressman. He's been named to 2 low-level committees by the slim GOP majority, and there are no immediate signs Republican leadership will stop him from walking the halls.
He hasn't committed a crime. He hasn't been indicted on anything at this point. And in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Leaving those he's deceived to sit and watch, like 2 military veterans who say Santos promised to raise funds for life-saving surgery for one of their dogs in 2016, but that instead he took off with the money. The dog later died.
That dog saved my life at least 2 times. When I first got out of the service, I was depressed. I was having nightmares, bad memories about some things that happened. Not war-related, but other things that the military does to you.
Santos denies this ever happened and told CNN in a statement in part, "Anyone that knows me knows I'd go to hell and back for a dog, and especially a veteran." And the veteran's response to Santos was, he said he'd go to hell and back? Well then, quote, "Go to hell, George." Now, as you can imagine, there are a lot of investigations swirling around Santos. A complaint has been filed against him with the Federal Election Commission. Federal prosecutors are looking into his finances. Law enforcement in Brazil say they intend to reinstate charges connected to a stolen checkbook back in 2008. He's called them distractions, but we've got a lot of distractions here, Aaron.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Omar. And Harry Enton's with me now. So, Harry, look, scandal, and some of this is, whether it's just pathological lying, some of it, of course, is criminal. If it happened, pure out criminal. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, though, still refuses to call on Santos to resign. He gave him 2 committee assignments. Why?
Well, he has a slim majority, and if George Santos resigns, then that will trigger a special election. And we know from the past presidential vote in New York's 3rd Congressional District that Joe Biden won there. He won there rather easily. Won there, you can see it on your screen right now, by 8 points over Donald Trump back in 2020. And the fact is that the district also voted for Hillary Clinton as well. So he's afraid of losing a seat and thereby having his slim majority become even slimmer. This is all about politics.
All about politics. Now, when you look at that, you say, okay, wait, how did George Santos even win that district?
Yeah.
Because you would say, okay, well, if there's a special election, Democrats are going to win it. Not so fast?
Not so fast. So if you look at the 2022 elections that took place in the 3rd Congressional District, right? Obviously, Santos won But guess who also won? Lee Zeldin, the gubernatorial Republican.
12 points.
Won by 12 points. In the U.S. Senate race, Joe Pinion, look at that, a 4-point win over Chuck Schumer. So Santos was kind of in line with the average Republican in that seat. So the fact is, when you look at the 2020 presidential election, that might give you one look, but you look at the 2022 elections, hey, I think Republicans could, in fact, win a special election in that seat.
It's amazing. And what you see is that real shift from Democrats to Republicans
Yes.
that we saw nationally, but in that district, we certainly see it.
Especially, yeah.
So before I let you go, the out front outlier of the night.
Okay, so I can't help but look forward to the 2024 presidential race. And if you look at how many candidates are getting regularly polled right now, it's about 10, right? And so the outlier is, in fact, the 2024 race, because we're looking right there. There are 10 candidates who are regularly polled, Joe Biden, then 9 Republicans. But look at how many candidates have run in the past few cycles. Look at this. You will see that 27 in 2020, 22 in 2016, 13 in 2012, 22 in 2008. This could be the smallest, in fact, field of candidates running for president, at least when I could vote.
That would be incredible. And to look at it, because you don't think of it that way. But then, as you say, I remember. Does everyone remember when we had to do back-to-back nights of debates and there were so many people we couldn't jam them all on a stage? I remember that. All right. Thank you very much, Harry.
Thank you.